Concern is growing about the transport of patients in regional South Australia. An ABC investigation last night revealed the death of a man in the Riverland who was driving himself between hospitals. Today, a patient from Coober Pedy claimed he had to drive himself to Whyalla after suffering a stroke. As Isabel Dayman reports, it's prompted an urgent call for action.
In February last year, Trevor Gotti developed a terrible headache and lost feeling in his arm. He says he took himself to Coober Pedy Hospital. The locum doctor at the town's health centre suspected he'd had a stroke, but rather than calling the Royal Flying Doctor Service, Mr Gotti was asked to drive himself to Whyalla for scans.
I was extremely angry because I shouldn't have been put in that situation, and more importantly, I was a risk.
Mr Gotti's partner drove for most of the 610-kilometre journey, but she became fatigued herself, forcing him to take over for an hour. After Mr Gotti arrived in Whyalla, it was another 2 days before he received an MRI because there wasn't a technician available. The results confirmed several strokes and blood clots, and he was transferred to the Royal Adelaide Hospital 5 days after he first presented at Coober Pedy.
It's a very disturbing case. What it highlights is that there's problems with patient transport in the country areas. There's a problem with availability of imaging services.
There have been similar incidents with tragic outcomes in other regions, including this inpatient who crashed and died while driving himself between hospitals in the Riverland last year. Following the ABC's report on that death, the coroner has requested more information.
There is a systemic problem in country health. The policy's not working, the patients are being put at risks that they shouldn't be put to.
I don't want anyone else to have to go through the same sort of problems that we did. People were entitled to proper medical service.
The Health Minister wasn't available for an interview. A spokesperson for Country Health SA says today is the first time it's received a complaint about the care provided to Mr Gotti, and it will look into his case. Isabel Dayman, ABC News, Adelaide.